The next show I started to work on wasn't a show. Again, they brought me in to develop it. They had a title. It was called Fake Out. But they didn't know what the show was. They knew they had a host by the name of Jack Tremarco, who was worked for the FBI. He was the #1 lie detector expert in the country. And they wanted a show that would somehow utilize his talent. But that's about all they had. So I went in there and I started writing up various scenarios. And every night I would do a different run through for the powers that be of the show. Some worked, some didn't. But it was a painstaking process because, again, I didn't really know what the end result was. Again, just having a lie detector guy there with 3 contestants wasn't enough of a show for me to flesh out. Put it this way: I did my best. Ultimately, I did one presentation where they bought the premise, and unfortunately, the premise that I pitched required me sending some of the contestants out in the field during the course of the show, which would eat up time. So to get the show into an 8-hour day, once again, I had to do all the round 1s first, and then all the round 2s, and it was a long, long day. But we made it through the series. I never quite believed that the show worked, although Jack Tremarco, the host, loved it. And the buyers really seemed to like it. And I remember at the wrap party, everybody's congratulating me, saying what a great job I did. And granted, I did produce all the shows and I brought it in on budget. I just, to this day, I didn't think the show was much of a show. It was more of a concoction of mine that, I would do for a run through. But for me, I wouldn't have even taken it to the presentation stage, let alone a pilot.